Dust devils danced across the parched earth outside Sheriff Cole Hawthorne's lonely house, mirroring the turmoil within. The silence, usually a comfort, clawed at him tonight, a relentless, gnawing beast. Another day bled into another, each one a monotonous echo of the last, punctuated only by the rhythmic tick-tock of the grandfather clock, mocking his solitude. He was a man drowning in the relentless tide of duty, a sheriff consumed by a job that left him bone-weary and utterly alone. His wife, well, let's just say she'd ridden off on a different kind of horse many moons ago, leaving behind only a ghost of a memory and a mountain of resentment. The sheriff's house, once a symbol of authority, now felt like a cage. The dust motes swirling in the weak lamplight seemed to mock his attempts at order, his attempts at a life beyond the relentless grind of law enforcement. He tried, God knows he tried. He'd even resorted to placing a pathetic, barely legible advertisement in the dusty local newspaper, a desperate plea for cleaning help, a desperate attempt to inject a sliver of normalcy into his crumbling existence. The words, "Help wanted, cleaning," must be strong. References preferred, but not really expected, seemed to scream of his failure, his utter defeat. He slammed the newspaper down on the rickety table, the sound echoing the hollow ache in his chest. The advertisement was a confession, a desperate cry for help, not just for a cleaner, but for a companion, for someone, anyone, to break the suffocating silence. He knew it was pathetic, a sheriff reduced to begging for help through a crumpled newspaper ad. But the loneliness was a monster, feeding on his despair, growing stronger with each passing day. He was a man on the edge, teetering precariously between sanity and utter collapse, and the arrival of that mysterious woman, a whirlwind of defiance and secrets, was about to tip the scales irrevocably. This was just the beginning of a storm that would forever alter the course of his life, a storm that would unearth secrets buried deep beneath the arid dust of the West, secrets that would shake him to his very core and leave him questioning everything he thought he knew. He just didn't know it yet. She arrived like a phantom, a whisper of movement in the dusty stillness of the afternoon. Lila. That was all she offered, a name as elusive and enigmatic as the woman herself. No introduction, no explanation, just a quiet presence that settled into Sheriff Hawthorne's life like a shroud. She was a study in contrasts, dark hair, like a raven's wing, framing a face both beautiful and unsettling, eyes that held the wisdom of ages and the chilling emptiness of a desolate plain. Her clothes, worn but finely made, hinted at a past both opulent and shadowed. The townsfolk, ever vigilant, ever gossiping, watched her arrival with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. Whispers followed her like shadows, each one laced with speculation and fear. Some said she was a runaway wife, others a fugitive from justice. A few, the more superstitious amongst them, muttered darkly about witchcraft, about a woman who carried the scent of the desert and the chill of the grave. Sheriff Hawthorne, despite his weariness, felt a prickling unease, a sense of foreboding that settled deep in his bones. He'd seen his share of shady characters, but Lila was different. There was an unsettling stillness about her, a quiet strength that belied a hidden depth, a mystery wrapped in shadows, and veiled in an almost supernatural silence. Her movements were deliberate, almost ritualistic, as if she were performing a silent play for an audience that was both unseen and omnipresent. She accepted his offer of cleaning work with a single nod, her eyes never leaving his for more than a fleeting moment. A strange serenity enveloped her, a stillness that was both calming and utterly terrifying. This wasn't just a woman seeking employment. This was an enigma seeking refuge, a puzzle wrapped in layers of secrets, waiting to be unraveled. The sheriff's house, already a stage for his own private dramas, was now the setting for a far more complex and dangerous play. The air crackled with an unspoken tension, a silent promise of revelations to come, of truths that would shatter the fragile peace of this isolated community and leave an indelible mark on the heart of the weary sheriff. He hadn't known, not yet, the full extent of the storm he was about to weather. The whispers started subtly, like the rustling of dry leaves in a desert wind, then grew into a full-blown gale of speculation. Lila, the enigmatic cleaner, became the subject of endless conjecture, her quiet demeanor fueling the fires of gossip. She possessed an uncanny skill with herbs, a knowledge that bordered on the mystical. Some claimed she could soothe a fever with a mere touch, others whispered of her ability to mend broken bones with a whispered incantation. These weren't the skills of a simple cleaner. They were the talents of a healer, a woman steeped in ancient lore, a woman who moved through the world with an otherworldly grace. Her past remained shrouded in mystery, a tantalizing enigma that fueled the community's insatiable curiosity. Where had she come from? What secrets did those dark, expressive eyes conceal? The questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered and unsettling, like the shadows that stretched long and menacing across the dusty streets at dusk. The townsfolk, a community built on suspicion and rumor, found themselves drawn to Lila, repelled by her at the same time. She was a captivating enigma, a riddle wrapped in an alluring mystery, a woman who seemed to exist on a plane beyond their comprehension. Sheriff Hawthorne, despite his initial unease, found himself strangely intrigued. Her skills were undeniable, her presence undeniable. But her very silence, her refusal to offer explanations, only deepened the mystery, stirring a storm of conflicting emotions within him. Was she a saint or a sinner? A healer or a harbinger of doom? The line blurred, the truth obscured by the swirling dust of speculation and suspicion. The whispers, once a mere annoyance, now held a chilling undercurrent, a sense of dread that seeped into the very fabric of the town, transforming the everyday into something sinister, something unpredictable. And the sheriff, caught in the eye of the storm, felt the weight of the town's anxieties settle heavily upon his shoulders, a burden heavier than any badge he'd ever worn. The truth, it seemed, was as elusive as the wind itself, whispering secrets that were both tantalizing and terrifying. Fragments of Lila's past surfaced like shards of broken glass, glimpses of a life lived on the razor's edge, a life marked by both resilience and profound anger. Flashbacks, fleeting and disorienting, revealed a woman fleeing a shadowed figure, her breath ragged, her eyes wild with terror. A burning building, the screams of children, a desperate scramble for survival, images that flickered like dying embers, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and a chilling sense of dread. Then, just as quickly, the visions vanished, leaving behind only a lingering sense of loss and a simmering rage. These fragmented memories revealed a woman capable of immense strength, a woman who had survived unimaginable hardship. But they also revealed a darkness, a wellspring of anger that burned beneath the surface of her quiet demeanor. It was an anger that crackled in the air around her, palpable and intense, a silent tempest waiting to unleash its fury. It was in the set of her jaw, in the steely glint in her eyes, in the way she moved with a controlled fury that suggested a lifetime spent battling against insurmountable odds. Hints of a dark secret began to surface, whispers of betrayal, of a life stolen, a family shattered. The pieces of the puzzle didn't fit neatly together. They were scattered fragments, jagged edges that cut into the viewer's consciousness, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease. Was she a victim, or had she played a darker role in the events that had shaped her life? The answer, like the woman herself, remained elusive, shrouded in mystery, hinting at a truth both terrible and compelling. It was a truth that Sheriff Hawthorne, despite his growing fascination, was afraid to uncover. For within Lila's enigma lay a power that could consume him, a darkness that could shatter the fragile peace he had managed to maintain within his own tumultuous life. The unraveling of her past was akin to untangling a venomous snake. Every movement, every revelation, carried the potential for a devastating strike. The truth, he knew, was a dangerous game, one that he might not survive. The town, once a quiet backwater, was now a simmering cauldron of suspicion and conflicting opinions. Lila, the enigmatic stranger, had become the focal point of a brewing storm, a tempest of gossip and conjecture that threatened to tear the community apart. The air crackled with tension, the silence punctuated by the hushed whispers that slithered through the dusty streets like venomous snakes. Some saw her as a savior, a woman with mystical healing abilities, a beacon of hope in a town desperately in need of solace. Others viewed her with open hostility, branding her an outsider, a threat to their way of life, a harbinger of chaos. The division was stark, a chasm that cleaved the town in two, pitting neighbor against neighbor, friend against friend. The once-tight-knit community was fracturing, the bonds of trust dissolving into a mire of suspicion and fear. The sheriff, caught in the crossfire, felt the weight of the town's anxieties pressing down on him, a burden heavier than any he had ever borne. The saloon, usually a hub of boisterous camaraderie, was now a battleground of conflicting narratives, each whispered conversation laced with venom and distrust. The church, once a sanctuary of peace, was now divided, its members torn between faith and fear, unable to reconcile the woman's healing touch with the unsettling enigma that was her past. Even the children, usually oblivious to the adult world's complexities, sensed the shifting currents of fear, their innocent games replaced by a quiet unease that hung heavy in the air. The very fabric of the town was unraveling, its foundations cracking under the weight of its own internal conflicts. The storm, once a distant rumble, was now a raging tempest, threatening to engulf everything in its path. And Sheriff Hawthorne, a man already burdened by his own demons, found himself at the epicenter of this maelstrom, his authority challenged, his peace shattered, his very sanity threatened by the tempestuous forces that he was powerless to control. The question wasn't if the storm would break, but what would remain when the winds finally subsided. The night was a maelstrom of raw emotion, a chaotic dance between life and death played out in the stark confines of Sheriff Hawthorne's bathtub. Lila, her face contorted in a mask of pain and determination, lay sprawled across the worn porcelain, her breath's ragged gasps tearing through the suffocating silence. The water, once pristine, was now stained crimson, a macabre reflection of the drama unfolding. Sheriff Hawthorne, his face a mask of stunned disbelief, stood frozen, a silent observer to this unexpected, earth-shattering event. He'd faced down outlaws, weathered storms, and stared death in the face, but nothing could have prepared him for the visceral intensity of this moment. The air throbbed with a primal energy, the silence broken only by Lila's guttural cries, each one a testament to the agonizing struggle she was enduring. Then, with a final, earth-shattering cry, a new life emerged, a tiny, wailing infant, slick with amniotic fluid, a symbol of hope amidst the chaos. The raw emotion of the moment was overwhelming, a stark contrast to the calculated mystery that had shrouded Lila's arrival. The shock rippled through Hawthorne, a seismic shift that rearranged his understanding of the woman before him. He was witnessing the birth of a new life, a stark reminder of the enduring power of creation, yet simultaneously, he was privy to a secret that could shatter the town's fragile peace. The baby's wails, sharp and piercing, cut through the suffocating tension, a discordant note in the symphony of pain and wonder. The tiny creature, a symbol of innocence and new beginnings, was also a catalyst, a force that would irrevocably alter the course of events, shaking the foundations of this isolated community and forever changing the life of the weary sheriff. The unexpected birth was more than just a biological event. It was a turning point, a stark punctuation mark in the narrative of Lila's life, a secret revealed in the most dramatic and unexpected of ways. The birth of Lila's child wasn't just a biological event, it was a catalyst, a turning point that finally cracked open the dam of her silence. The trauma she had endured, a brutal chapter in her life previously shrouded in mystery, now began to spill forth, a torrent of anger and pain. Her escape from the clutches of a polygamous gang, a desperate flight from a life of control and abuse, was a harrowing tale of resilience and raw determination. She spoke of forced servitude, of a life stripped bare of dignity and autonomy, where her body and spirit were commodities to be traded and exploited. Her voice, initially hesitant, grew stronger, imbued with a righteous fury that ignited a fire in the hearts of those who listened. Each word was a testament to her strength, each syllable a testament to her survival. The images that accompanied her story were as chilling as they were vivid. The cold, desolate landscape of the compound, the faces of her captors, cruel and unforgiving, the constant fear that had gnawed at her soul. Her escape, a daring act of defiance, was a harrowing journey fraught with danger and hardship, a desperate flight across unforgiving terrain. She spoke of relentless pursuit, of nights spent huddled in the shadows, of the gnawing hunger that threatened to consume her. And yet, despite the overwhelming odds, she persevered, driven by an unwavering determination to reclaim her life, to build a future free from the tyranny of those who had sought to control her. The details of her escape were both harrowing and inspiring, a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a testament to the enduring power of hope in the face of overwhelming despair. The shadow of the polygamous gang loomed large, a constant reminder of the darkness she had escaped, a darkness that continued to haunt her even in her newfound freedom. The anger she carried was a shield, a weapon forged in the fires of her past, a testament to the strength she had found within herself to survive. Sheriff Hawthorne, a man hardened by years of witnessing the worst of humanity, found himself profoundly affected by Lila's ordeal. His initial reaction had been one of stunned disbelief, a mixture of shock and bewilderment at the unexpected turn of events. He had always been a man of action, a lawman accustomed to dealing with tangible threats, but the raw emotion of the situation left him grappling with a sense of helplessness. His cynicism, a defense mechanism honed over years of confronting the harsh realities of life in a lawless frontier town, began to crumble. The revelation of Lila's escape from the polygamous gang further chipped away at his hardened exterior. He had always been wary of outsiders, suspicious of those who carried secrets, but Lila's story, delivered with a quiet intensity, resonated deeply within him. He saw in her not just a fugitive from the law, but a woman who had endured unimaginable suffering, a survivor who had emerged from the depths of despair to forge a new path for herself and her child. The anger that had initially fueled her narrative gave way to a quiet strength, a resilience that both intrigued and inspired him. The story of her survival transcended the boundaries of law and order. It touched on the very essence of the human spirit. It awakened something within him, a dormant wellspring of empathy and compassion that he hadn't realized he still possessed. The birth of her child, a tiny symbol of hope in the face of such overwhelming adversity, became a catalyst for this transformation. The child's cries, initially jarring and intrusive, now sounded like a beacon, a reminder of the enduring power of life and the possibility of redemption. Hawthorne found himself unexpectedly drawn to Lila, not with romantic interest, but with a profound sense of respect, a recognition of her strength and courage. His initial cynicism was replaced by a growing understanding, a quiet compassion that transformed the sheriff from a detached observer into an unlikely ally. The unexpected birth in his own home had not only shaken the foundations of his life, it had also ignited a transformation within him, revealing a depth of empathy he never knew he possessed. Their union was born not of romance, but of defiance, a desperate act fueled by anger, and a fierce determination to protect her child. It was a hasty marriage, a whirlwind decision made amidst the chaos and turmoil that had enveloped their lives. There was no grand courtship, no romantic gestures, only a raw, unspoken understanding between two souls scarred by life's harsh realities. The ceremony was simple, a quiet exchange of vows in the dimly lit sheriff's office, witnessed only by the silent shadows and the faint scent of dust and old leather. It was a union born not of love, but of necessity, a pragmatic decision made in the face of overwhelming odds. Lila's anger, a simmering volcano beneath the surface, was palpable. It was the anger of a woman who had endured years of abuse and control, a woman who had fought tooth and nail to escape a life of servitude. This marriage was her way of reclaiming her autonomy, of asserting her independence in the face of a world that had sought to define her. It was an act of rebellion, a defiant middle finger raised against the forces that had sought to oppress her. Hawthorne, a man accustomed to dealing with the complexities of human nature, understood the unspoken emotions driving her decision. He saw not a desperate attempt to cling to a man, but a fierce determination to create a shield of protection around her child, a bulwark against the uncertainties that lay ahead. Theirs was a union forged in the crucible of adversity, a testament to the unexpected bonds that can arise from shared trauma. It was a marriage that defied convention, that challenged societal norms, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The silence that followed their vows was heavy with unspoken emotions, a quiet understanding that transcended the simple act of marriage. It was a testament to their shared determination to create a better future for their child, a future free from the shadows of their past. The unspoken emotions resonated long after the vows were exchanged, a lingering echo of defiance and determination in the face of adversity. News of the hasty union between Sheriff Hawthorne and Lila spread like wildfire through the small town, igniting a maelstrom of conflicting emotions. Whispers turned to hushed conversations, then to open discussions, dividing the community into factions. Some condemned Lila, their judgment fueled by fear and ingrained prejudices. They saw her as an outsider, a tainted woman who had brought shame upon their quiet community. Her past, a dark and mysterious cloud hanging over her, fueled their suspicion and distrust. The whispers spoke of a woman who had escaped a polygamous cult, a woman with a past shrouded in secrets and shadows. These whispers stoked the flames of their disapproval, feeding the town's inherent suspicion and fear of the unknown. Others, however, were consumed by a morbid curiosity, their minds buzzing with questions about Lila's mysterious past. They were drawn to her story, captivated by the strength and resilience that had allowed her to escape such a harrowing ordeal. They were intrigued by the dark secrets she carried, by the unspoken pain that haunted her eyes. The mystery surrounding her only amplified their interest, transforming her from a subject of scorn to a figure of fascination. The air crackled with both judgment and fascination, a strange mix of condemnation and intrigue that further divided the town. But as time passed, a subtle shift began to occur. As Lila's quiet strength and unwavering determination became apparent, a growing sense of empathy began to take root. The townsfolk, initially wary and judgmental, found themselves drawn to her courage, inspired by her ability to overcome such adversity. They saw in her not just a mysterious outsider, but a woman who had endured unimaginable suffering, a woman who had found the strength to forge a new life for herself and her child. The whispers of condemnation began to fade, replaced by a quiet respect, a growing admiration for the woman who had dared to defy the shadows of her past. The town's reaction was a testament to the complexities of human nature, a reflection of the capacity for both judgment and compassion. It was a journey from suspicion to understanding, from fear to empathy, a transformation brought about by the resilience of a woman who had dared to rewrite her own story. Lila's integration into the town wasn't a smooth transition. It was a slow, deliberate process, a testament to her quiet strength and unwavering determination. She didn't seek to erase her past, but rather to build upon it, to use her experiences to forge a stronger, more resilient future. Her anger, once a consuming fire, began to subside, replaced by a quiet resolve, a steely determination that captivated those who observed her. She wasn't one to seek forgiveness or acceptance. She simply moved forward, carving her own path with quiet dignity. Her days were filled with the mundane tasks of raising her child, a constant reminder of the life she had fought so hard to create. There were moments of quiet reflection, of grappling with the lingering shadows of her past, but these moments were fleeting, quickly overcome by her unwavering commitment to her child's well-being. She found solace in simple things: the warmth of the sun on her face, the laughter of her child, the quiet support of her unexpected husband. The transformation wasn't dramatic. It was a gradual unfolding, a quiet blossoming of resilience and inner peace. Her strength wasn't a boisterous declaration. It was an understated power, a quiet force that emanated from her very being. She began to engage with the community, not seeking their approval, but rather offering her skills and quiet presence. She helped those in need, offering comfort and support without fanfare or expectation. Her actions spoke louder than words, a silent testament to her compassionate nature. The townsfolk, initially wary and hesitant, began to see a different side to her, a side that belied the dark secrets of her past. They saw her nurturing her child, her eyes filled with an unwavering love, a love that transcended the pain and suffering she had endured. Her presence became a quiet force of change within the community, a subtle shift from suspicion and fear to acceptance and respect. The transformation wasn't just hers. It was a shared journey, a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Cole Hawthorne, a man hardened by years of confronting the harsh realities of the frontier, found his life irrevocably altered by Lila's arrival. His existence, once a monotonous cycle of duty and solitude, was now infused with an unexpected vibrancy, a warmth he hadn't felt in years. The hardened exterior he had meticulously cultivated over the years began to crack, revealing a vulnerability he had long suppressed. The cynicism that had once been his shield was slowly replaced by a burgeoning sense of hope, a quiet joy he hadn't anticipated. Lila's presence was a catalyst for this transformation, a gentle force that chipped away at his hardened exterior, revealing the compassionate heart beneath. He found himself drawn to her quiet strength, her unwavering determination, her fierce love for her child. These qualities, so starkly different from the darkness he often encountered in his line of work, awakened something within him, a dormant capacity for love and empathy. The sheriff's badge, once a symbol of his isolation, now felt different, a badge of responsibility not just for the town, but for the small family he had unexpectedly found. He found purpose in protecting them and ensuring their safety and well-being. His days, once filled with the grim realities of law enforcement, now included the simple joys of family life, the laughter of a child, the quiet comfort of shared meals, the unspoken understanding that had blossomed between him and Lila. His nights, once plagued by restless solitude, were now filled with a peaceful contentment, a sense of belonging he had never known. The transformation wasn't sudden or dramatic. It was a slow, gradual unfolding, a quiet revolution in the heart of a hardened lawman. He found a new path, one that led him away from the shadows of his past and towards a future filled with unexpected joy and purpose. The weight of his responsibilities remained, but it was now tempered by a newfound lightness, a sense of hope that shone brightly in his eyes. The change wasn't just in his life. It was a ripple effect, changing the very fabric of the town he swore to protect. The initial judgment and suspicion that had greeted Lila's arrival slowly began to dissipate, replaced by a hesitant acceptance, a cautious understanding. The town, once sharply divided, started to heal, its fractured unity slowly mending. The whispers of condemnation, once loud and insistent, faded into a muted murmur, then into silence. This shift wasn't a sudden revelation. It was a gradual process, a slow dawning of empathy and understanding. It began with small acts of kindness, gestures of support that spoke volumes about the changing attitudes within the community. A neighbor offering a helping hand, a shopkeeper extending a friendly smile, a child offering a simple toy. These seemingly insignificant acts were powerful symbols of a community finding its way back to unity, its members embracing forgiveness and compassion. The transformation wasn't forced. It was organic, a natural evolution fueled by Lila's quiet strength and the town's growing awareness of her resilience. Lila's story, once a source of fear and speculation, became a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Her harrowing escape from the polygamous cult, her unwavering determination to build a new life for herself and her child, resonated deeply within the hearts of the townsfolk. They saw in her a reflection of their own struggles, their own capacity for resilience. Her story wasn't just hers. It was a shared narrative, a reminder of the strength that can be found in the face of adversity. The town's acceptance of Lila wasn't just an act of forgiveness. It was a recognition of their shared humanity, a testament to the power of empathy and understanding in bridging divides and healing wounds. The quiet acceptance wasn't a mere ending, but a new beginning, a foundation for a stronger, more unified community. The child, a tiny beacon of innocence in a world often consumed by darkness, became an unexpected catalyst for unity within the fractured community. The child's presence, a constant reminder of new beginnings and unwavering hope, softened the hardened hearts of even the most skeptical townsfolk. Their initial suspicion and judgment began to melt away in the face of such innocent joy, replaced by a hesitant but growing affection. The child's laughter echoed through the streets, a melodic counterpoint to the town's earlier discord. The simple act of watching the child play, of witnessing its unbridled joy, created an unspoken bond between the townspeople. They found themselves drawn together, sharing stories and smiles, their differences momentarily forgotten in the face of such innocent delight. The child's presence was a unifying force, a reminder of the shared humanity that lay beneath the surface of their conflicts. It was a powerful symbol of hope, a testament to the enduring power of innocence in a world often marred by darkness and suspicion. The child's playful antics became a source of common ground, a shared experience that transcended the divisions that had once separated the community. The townsfolk found themselves drawn into the child's orbit, offering gifts, sharing stories, and participating in the simple joys of childhood. The child's innocent exuberance was contagious, its laughter a balm that soothed the wounds of the past. The child's presence wasn't just a source of joy, it was a catalyst for change, a powerful reminder of the shared humanity that binds a community together. This innocent agent of change, born amidst uncertainty and suspicion, ultimately helped weave a stronger, more resilient community, a testament to the unifying power of innocence and hope. The child's laughter served as the harmonious ending to a discordant beginning. The journey of healing wasn't easy. It was a slow, arduous process, marked by moments of both triumph and despair. For Lila, it was a gradual shedding of the anger and bitterness that had consumed her for so long, a reclaiming of her own narrative, a rebuilding of her shattered self. The memories of her past remained, but they no longer held the power to define her. She found strength in her newfound family, in the unwavering love of her husband, and in the innocent joy of her child. Her resilience, once a shield against the harsh realities of her life, became a source of empowerment, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. Cole's transformation was equally profound. His hardened exterior, once a fortress against the world's cruelties, gradually softened, giving way to a capacity for love and compassion he had never known. The grief that had once consumed him began to subside, replaced by a quiet contentment, a deep sense of belonging. He discovered a strength he didn't know he possessed, a resilience that mirrored Lila's own. His role as sheriff, once a symbol of isolation, became a source of purpose, a way to protect the family he had unexpectedly found. Together, they navigated the challenges of their new life, their bond strengthening with each obstacle overcome. Their love story, born from shared trauma and a fierce determination to build a better future, became a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Their journey was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can flourish, and that healing is possible, even when the wounds run deep. Their relationship, a fusion of strength and compassion, served as a beacon of hope, inspiring the entire town to embrace forgiveness and find healing in their own lives. Their shared journey was a testament to the transformative power of love and the unwavering human spirit. Lila's arrival, initially met with suspicion and fear, ultimately transformed the town in profound ways. Her resilience, her unwavering spirit, and her unwavering love for her child served as a powerful example, inspiring the community to embrace empathy, forgiveness, and understanding. The town, once fractured by distrust and suspicion, healed, its unity strengthened by the shared experience of Lila's journey. The once isolated sheriff, Cole Hawthorne, found a new purpose, a new meaning in his life. His transformation, from a hardened lawman to a loving husband and father, was a testament to the power of love and compassion. His newfound empathy extended beyond his immediate family, shaping his approach to law enforcement and fostering a greater sense of community within the town. The townsfolk learned valuable lessons about the importance of acceptance, the power of forgiveness, and the transformative potential of human connection. The child, born amidst uncertainty and fear, became a symbol of hope and unity, a reminder of the simple joys of life and the power of innocence to heal even the deepest wounds. The child's laughter echoed through the streets, a constant reminder of the positive changes that had swept through the community. The town's collective journey, from suspicion and division to acceptance and unity, was a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit and the transformative power of unexpected events. The legacy of Lila's arrival was not merely a change in the lives of a few, it was a fundamental shift in the town's very identity, a transformation rooted in understanding, acceptance, and the enduring power of love. This small town, once shrouded in shadows, now shone with the light of hope and unity. Lila's story is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a powerful narrative of resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity. Her escape from the clutches of the polygamous cult was not just a physical act. It was a courageous rebellion against a system designed to crush individuality and steal hope. She emerged from the shadows, bearing the scars of her past, yet carrying within her a fierce determination to forge a new life, a life free from the chains of oppression and fear. Her strength was not in brute force, but in an unwavering resolve, a quiet determination that shone through even in the darkest moments. It was a strength born from pain, tempered by hardship, and ultimately fueled by the fierce love she held for her child. Lila's journey was a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting obstacles, to rise from the ashes of despair and build a new life from the fragments of a broken past. Her story is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, a flicker of light can ignite a flame of resilience. It is a message of second chances, a testament to the power of human connection to heal and transform. Lila's journey, though born of tragedy, ultimately became a story of triumph, a powerful narrative of hope that resonated deeply within the hearts of all who knew her, a reminder that even the most shattered lives can be rebuilt, piece by piece, into something beautiful and strong. Her resilience was not just her own, it became the shared strength of a community reborn. Her story became a testament to the power of hope and the possibility of a brighter future. Their love story wasn't a fairy tale romance. It was a raw, untamed connection forged in the crucible of shared trauma and a desperate need for solace. It wasn't a whirlwind courtship, but a slow, cautious dance towards a shared future, a tentative embrace born from mutual respect and a deep understanding of each other's pain. Their bond, formed amidst chaos and uncertainty, was a testament to the unexpected ways love can bloom in the most unlikely of circumstances. Cole, the hardened sheriff, found himself unexpectedly drawn to Lila's quiet strength, her resilience a stark contrast to his own internal turmoil. He saw in her not just a mysterious stranger, but a kindred spirit, a woman who had endured unimaginable hardship and emerged stronger, more determined. Their connection was a silent understanding, a shared journey towards healing and redemption. Lila, initially guarded and wary, found herself unexpectedly drawn to Cole's quiet compassion, a stark contrast to the cruelty she had endured. She saw in him not just a lawman, but a protector, a beacon of hope in a world that had often felt cold and unforgiving. Their relationship, unconventional as it was a testament to the human capacity for love and connection, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Their love story was a stark reminder that love can find its way into the most unexpected corners of life, transforming the harsh realities of existence into something beautiful and meaningful. Their bond was a testament to the unpredictable nature of the human heart, the unexpected ways in which love can heal, and the transformative power of vulnerability and trust. It defied expectations, challenged conventions, and ultimately became a source of strength and inspiration for the entire town. Their love story, born from shared trauma and a desperate need for connection, became a symbol of hope, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to find love and healing in the most unexpected places. The initial wave of suspicion and fear that greeted Lila's arrival gradually subsided, replaced by a growing sense of empathy and understanding. The townsfolk, initially wary of the mysterious woman, began to witness her quiet strength, her unwavering love for her child, and her selfless acts of kindness. They saw her resilience, her unwavering determination to rebuild her life, and they were moved. The transformation was gradual, a slow shift in perspective fueled by Lila's unwavering spirit and the undeniable bond she forged with Cole. The community, once divided by suspicion and fear, found common ground in their shared experience of witnessing Lila's journey, her strength becoming a source of inspiration for them all. The child, born amidst uncertainty, became a symbol of hope and unity, a bridge that connected the fractured community. The innocent joy of a child's laughter became a powerful force, softening hardened hearts and fostering a shared sense of purpose. The town, once defined by its isolation and suspicion, discovered a newfound capacity for empathy, a willingness to embrace the unexpected, and a deeper understanding of the human spirit's resilience. The community's embrace of Lila and her family was not merely an act of acceptance. It was a testament to their own growth, a reflection of their newfound ability to see beyond superficial judgments and embrace the transformative power of human connection. Their transformation was a powerful reminder that even the most tightly knit communities can evolve, expand their understanding, and embrace the unexpected with open hearts and minds. The town, once a place of suspicion and fear, was reborn, transformed by the extraordinary arrival and unwavering spirit of a mysterious woman. Lila's arrival was more than just a disruption. It was a catalyst, a turning point that irrevocably altered the course of lives and the very fabric of the town. The echoes of her past, the shadows of her escape from the polygamous cult, served as a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most peaceful communities. But from that darkness, a powerful light emerged. The birth in the sheriff's bathtub was not merely an unexpected event. It was a symbol of new beginnings, a promise of hope amidst adversity. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the capacity to overcome even the most daunting challenges and emerge stronger, more determined. The quiet strength of Lila, her unwavering love for her child, and her ability to forge a new life from the fragments of a broken past inspired not only Cole, but the entire community. The transformation of the town was profound, a shift from suspicion and fear to empathy and acceptance. The community learned valuable lessons about forgiveness, understanding, and the importance of embracing the unexpected. They learned the power of human connection to heal deep wounds and the transformative potential of love, even in its most unconventional forms. Cole's journey mirrored the town's evolution, a transformation from hardened lawman to loving husband and father, his hardened cynicism replaced by a newfound capacity for empathy and compassion. His love for Lila, a love born from shared trauma, and a fierce determination to create a better future, became a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of human connection. Lila's legacy extends far beyond her own family. Her story is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can prevail, that resilience can overcome adversity, and that love can heal even the deepest wounds. The echoes of her past resonate, serving as a cautionary tale, but her enduring spirit and the promise of a brighter future shine through, leaving us with a quiet satisfaction, a sense of hope, and the unwavering belief in the transformative power of love and community.